What's going on, guys? Car Review Guys here. We are back with another one. Today we are with the 2022 Mazda MX-5, aka the Miata. And I'm here to tell you this is a 6-speed manual, the Grand Touring RF, so it's a hardtop convertible. Here to tell you, absolutely a really blast, fun driving car. Without further ado, this is a 19, 20, 25 minute video. It's the full in-depth one. If you want to see shorter videos, I'm going to do 5 things to improve, 5 things that I absolutely love about it. So there's 2 more videos coming on this vehicle. Stay tuned for more, but just like that, let's jump into it. We are going to start with the exterior of the 2022 Mazda Miata Grand Touring RF. And right up front, you do have full LED headlamps, which is super nice. Every car should have those, in my humble opinion. Absolutely love those. Moving over to the wheels, which is part of where this car shines because it's really good at driving. It is equipped with 205 45 17s, which again, if I own this car, I would be taking it to the track. Obviously I can't do that with this. This is a press car, but man, if I owned it, that's where this car would be. It handles so good and so fun with that manual transmission. It is an inline 4-cylinder underneath the hood, and you're getting about 186 horsepower, 0 to 60 in roughly 5.7-ish seconds. Obviously real world, different elevations, blah, blah, blah. You guys know. Anyway, let's continue on around. The mirrors are auto dimming, which that is nice. Also, blind spot monitoring. Not too many blind spots in this, but hey, I mean, it's there, so it's a good feature to have. You do have keyless entry. There's a little button here. You just press that, unlocks it. Key never leaves your pocket. You get out, you press it again, and guess what? It's locked. You're good to go. Love not touching the key. Moving on back to the back. The gas tank is on the driver's side. It does have an 11.89 gallon tank. You're going to get roughly 36 on the highway, and you're going to get around 26 in the city. With that being said, on a full tank of gas, your range is going to be about 425 miles total. That's really good. I know it's a small car, but that's still, it's such a fun car. For that kind of gas mileage, that's incredible. Now, let's keep moving to the back. Over to the back, you do have a small little trunk. There is a button actually underneath, kind of near the license plate, the right side of it. You press on that, it's gonna open the trunk. Real thin, light, has hydraulics. The trunk, you're gonna fit about 2 bags in it. It's a weekend, daily getaway type of car, and that's all you're getting in it. That's what you would expect. That's what I expect. If you didn't expect that, I don't know what to tell you. You do have the little buttresses right here, which is a retractable roof, and it's basically just going to, with the push of a button, pop up, store right in here, and then it's going to shut. So that's super nice in my opinion, because you don't have to do anything. You can be lazy like me and just press the button. I'm just saying. The C8 went to it too. It's a lovely, lovely feature. And that's pretty much going to wrap up the exterior of this vehicle. Obviously LED taillights as well, as you probably expect, seeing as the front are LED as well. It's a sleek looking car. But just like that, let's jump into the interior. It's kind of small, obviously, and we'll show you some of the features in there, and then we're going to take it on a drive, and that's where this really shines. Let's roll. Alrighty guys, we have stepped into the 2022 Mazda Grand Touring RF Miata, or MX-5, whatever you want to call it. I call it the Miata. And the door panel right over here, it is color matched to the exterior. That was pretty interesting to me. I kind of like it. At first I was kind of like, eh, but now I actually really do like it, so that's a really cool touch. You have your standard door window switches, and then obviously your mirror adjustment over on the door. You have your traction control right here on the left hand side, and way underneath is where you press the button for the trunk if you don't want to press it from the trunk itself, back there by the license plate. Alrighty, and then let's get you guys a little bit closer to the wheel so you guys can see the controls on here. You are going to have your volume and all of your infotainment type stuff on the left hand side of the wheel. As you can see, you even have your phone call, answer, hang up, and on the right hand side, you're going to have your cruise control information, so on, off, cancel, resume, set, which is pretty standard as you can expect. It's a really nice size wheel. It's leatherette, which is nice, and these seats are heated leather seats. And if the camera will turn over here just slightly, you're going to see that it has Bose speakers, and you're gonna see that in the cinematic in 3, 2, 1, roll. And let's get a startup. In the infotainment, really quick area here in the middle. Right here is your switch for the convertible top. Up will make it go down, and down will make it go up. That's slightly confusing to me, but hey, it's a button and that's super nice. You have two little USB chargers down here in the bottom right. You have your heated seats here, and then it is just a single zone, but it is auto temperature controlled, which is super nice. Over here is where you set your temperature. And yeah, that's pretty much every feature right in this area. Moving just a little bit further back, you have the gear shift right here, and then right back from the gear shift is, in case you don't want to use the touchscreen, you have your navigation, all of your quick keys that are pretty much always standard in Mazda. You can toggle, spin, push, whatever you want in order to control the screen. So you have the options of touchscreen or using this, and then obviously your volume knob there. So that is nice, very easy to get to. And right up here, as mentioned, and you saw in the cinematic as well, this is fully touchscreen. You can press it, touch, whatever you need to do. It is a 7-inch screen, and again, nothing wrong with this. Works perfectly good. And you have your option, touchscreen, or do you want to use the toggles and switches? Up to you. Nice to have options. In between the two seats, that is your glove box, basically. So this basically opens up, and that's all the space you got. Works for papers. It's actually nice to have that. It's lockable. Down here, you've got your cup holders, which are actually movable, but before we move those to show you where, you have one little thing there. It's enormous, not really, I was just joking. It's perfect for this little car though. It's nice to have any little storage you can actually get. Now, this cup holder actually moves right up here. Yeah. So it goes right there. So if no one is over here and you're the driver, then you can just grab it right here, opposed to trying to reach clear behind you there. So definitely nice to have cup holders though, because many little sports cars do not have cup holders, so good to have. Let's get it out on the road, and I'll do my best to describe to you guys exactly how this car drives. Let's roll. Alrighty, let's roll. As already mentioned, this vehicle has between 100 and 185 horsepower, inline 4, and with the 6-speed manual transmission. Now, you have the option to go automatic, but I can't comprehend why you'd go automatic in this car, but hey, it's an option because some of you may want that. And this camera somehow keeps, I'm trying to get the thing to stay up, but it keeps tilting down. I have a bad mount for some reason, but anyway, there we go. We got her up more on the face opposed to going down and you guys looking at my nose. And as we continue driving here, yesterday I did drive it in the rain. I wanted to see how it handled. However, I was by myself trying to drive manual. I didn't want to, you know, risk not driving safely, so I did not film any of it. But I will say, the car, like, it just handles so well, even in the rain. I mean, this car is rear-wheel drive, for those of you that didn't know that, and it really didn't slip. I mean, you can if you want it to. You can take traction control off and you can kind of pepper it just a little bit and the back end will just barely start to move out, but as long as you have traction control on, you can drive it pretty much normal and it really doesn't slip. And I was really surprised by that, to be totally honest. I was very, very surprised. So, handles good in the rain for those of you that may want to know that information. Now, today it is a little bit cloudy, but overall nice day. Roads are dry. And even on the freeway, this vehicle is smooth. I was really concerned with how small this vehicle is, that it would maybe float a little bit, because there's some other vehicles that are really small and they really do just float back and forth. Little acceleration. Yeah. It's fun because this car just, you don't have to go to jail speeds. What I mean by that is my C7 Z06, if I would have done that exact same type of pull, I would have already have been well into the speed limit. This vehicle, I literally hit 45 right there, and then I put it in 6th gear. So it was fun. You get to roll through the gears, and yeah, it's just fun to drive. This manual transmission really makes this car. I'm telling you, I cannot express that enough. If you're thinking about getting this car, especially if you're considering this to track it, definitely get the manual. And you may be looking at this car to either learn how to drive manual. This is a very easy car to drive. You can almost just drop the clutch, almost, and it almost won't stall. So as long as you just let the clutch out slowly, once you start rolling forward, leave the clutch there, okay? I have a full video on how to drive a manual transmission, even in a Corvette, but just so you know, generally, it's harder to drive a smaller cylindered car. So like a 4-cylinder is generally harder because you can't really hear the motor. It doesn't have as much on the pressure plate, so it doesn't just roll forward as easy, but this car is easy to drive. So if you're looking for that beginner car, definitely consider this as an option. As we continue down the road, we are on a bumpier road, so I figured I'd bring it up. You can feel more bumps than this than your average vehicle. Now, again, if you're looking for a sports car type segment, definitely better than most, I would say, because the seats are very plush, and so it actually makes it way more comfortable than most smaller and or sports cars combinations. So pretty impressed with that. The seats are very comfortable, as I just mentioned. That really makes up for, you know, feeling the bumps, because the seats help take a lot of that vibration out. Also, as we drive along, I already touched on this on the exterior, not a lot of blind spots. I mean, you can really see pretty much everywhere in this car. It does have blind spot monitoring, but I don't use that at all. It is a unique experience looking out the back, because the trunk is so short, you almost can see the road, like literally just like behind you. So that's kind of like unique. Not too many vehicles I've been in have been that kind of experience, so kind of cool. I like that. Your mirrors are auto dimming, including the middle. It also has home link, so you can hit your garage door button, and that makes it super nice, because even a couple of my vehicles, top tier premium vehicles, don't have it. Like, what is that? It's such a cheap, easy feature. So thank you, Mazda. I do appreciate having that. Now, we've already touched on the manual transmission, we've talked on the gas mileage, we've talked about the horsepower, we've talked about all that stuff. I would probably like to end here with showing you how good the handling is. Now, we're going left, there's no one coming, and you'll probably tell by the camera jerk, you can pretty much get on it around a turn, and it just goes. Until you miss a gear like I just did, but whatever. You get the point. It really does do well in handling. So if you're worried about a car that's gonna constantly spin, kick out on you, this is a great option because it's not going to. It has enough horsepower to be fun, but not enough to be dangerous and hurt you or others if you don't know what you're doing. Continuing on, the front of this vehicle, you can see out on the road pretty well. The hood is not too long. Like a Camaro, the hood is pretty long. So that's something you kind of have to get used to, which I own a Camaro and a Corvette. I'm used to long hoods. This is nice and short in retrospect, like comparison. So kind of just depends on your perspective, but yeah, that's also nice. So this is a great, I cannot express enough, a great vehicle to learn on for how to handle a car, how to turn, and for even if you're not going to track a car, just knowing how to really drive a car. I'm serious. So, and it's nice. I mean, you've got nice plush leather seats, you got a Bose sound system, you've got basically, it's not a lane keep, but it's basically a lane warning for when you go to leave the lane. Like, let's listen, see if you can hear it. I don't think you can hear it, but it basically buzzes on whatever side of the speakers that you're touching the line. So pretty neat little feature. Again, super nice car. I mean, especially for the price tag, you're right around the 35-ish mark. That's right around where you're at. Hold on, we got a little something. Going into third gear, it's right at 50 miles an hour. So that's what I mean. You can have a lot of fun, not a huge price tag, reliable, good quality, just an all the way around fun little car. Just like that, guys, we're gonna wrap up this video. I think I've gone over everything you would want to know on this as far as how it drives, smoothness, blind spots, all the stats, figures, everything you want to know. I think I've done it all. If I've missed anything, comment below. Let me know your thoughts on it as well. I always read every comment. If you're gonna be a jackwang, then I probably just won't respond to you, or I'll just tell you, have a nice day. But if you're gonna give real valuable input, please comment below because I'm always looking to learn myself. Next two videos, I already mentioned 5 things I love, and also 5 things that could potentially improve to make this thing that much better. And just like that, I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Like and subscribe. Peace.